the previous 2 lessons, we looked at celebrated examples of musically effective ways in which songwriters, when composing in a major key, have borrowed chords, specifically triads, that are generated from its parallel natural minor or harmonic minor key and scale. As you recall, we checked out uses of the sad-sounding and hauntingly beautiful 4 minor chord and the somewhat brighter but equally poignant-sounding flat 6 major. Forging ahead with this fascinating topic, I'd now like to cite a few equally famous ways in which musicians have expanded upon this chord-borrowing concept and used what would be considered the flat 7 dominant chord, which, due to its dissonance and more complex structure than that of a major or minor triad, creates a more sophisticated sounding chord change and a dramatically bittersweet effect as it approaches the 1 chord and resolves to it. A classic example of this move, in the easy-to-think-of key of C major, can be heard in the extended outro section to Layla by Derek and the Dominoes, where at 3 minutes and 13 seconds, pianist Jim Gordon plays the chord sequence C, C over E, and then F, and then F again. He does that twice. And then he goes to B flat 7. It's like, wow, there's your surprise chord. And it creates a stirring effect, especially when Gordon plays his signature melodic line over the changes, which over that B flat 7 chord climbs up to a high E note. So it's, you can play it like this. Okay, that's pretty cool. So we have B flat 7. You can play it down here if you finger it carefully. Lift the bar up to get the E. Now what's really nice about that is that B flat 7 chord with that E, and that resolves to G. That E note only lives in the F melodic minor scale. Okay, so B flat 7, well, that lives in C natural minor, you know. B flat 7 with that sharp 11 on top, you could play it like this or like this. That only exists in F melodic minor. So the B flat 7 chord, theoretically, it's spelled B flat D, F, A flat. B flat 9 would be B flat D, F, A flat, C. Okay, now that still works in C natural minor, but as soon as you add that sharp 11, that only lives in F melodic minor, which is the melodic minor of our 4 chord, F, F minor. And you could think of that over B flat as B flat Lydian dominant. So again, that chord progression at the outro, it's beautiful. The chorus to Open Arms by Journey features a similar move, here in the key of D, where the chord changes go D, F sharp minor, and it goes to G, or G5, and then C9. With or without the E, I think guitarist Neil Schon just plays using heavy distortion at this point, so he just goes maybe this. So it's, so now I come to you with open arms, nothing to hide, believe what I say. So here I am with open arms, hoping you'll see what your love can do to me, or whatever he says there, open arms. Now it's interesting, it's like you're going from 1 to 3 minor in the key of D, right? And then G, 4 major, and it's like you're going to 4 minor, But instead of doing that, going to C. So that C9 is kind of an outgrowth of G minor, or it's a substitution for G minor. So it's nothing to believe what I say, as opposed to going da 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 da, which sounds a little more cliche. So da 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 da. So it's 1, 3, 4, flat 7, and that lives in G melodic minor, the melodic minor scale of the 4 minor chord, G minor. Over C, that's C Lydian dominant. So you get that. You can make a C9, you can add a sharp 11 on that. Leave what I say. Yeah, he does that. It's nothing to hide, believe what I say. See, it's all about the melody, right? The melody outlines that scale, and then it resolves gorgeously back to the 1 chord D. During the Beatles' golden mid-60s period, Paul McCartney employed this same kind of harmonically tart move in 2 masterfully written piano-driven songs. The first was at the beginning of For No One, which is in the key of B major, where the changes go B, D sharp minor over A sharp, which is nice. I'm muting the A string here, see? G sharp minor, B over F sharp, and then E, and then a straight A. 1. So musically speaking, that's the 1 chord, and then your 3 chord, 3 minor, but with the 5th in the bass, which is nice. You get that walk down. Down to your 6 minor, and then your 1 chord in second inversion with the 5th in the bass. Then here's your 4 chord. And even though that's a straight A major triad, McCartney sings his melody. He gets that 7th in there, so it sounds like A7, but it's strictly in the vocal melody, and that makes for maybe a purer sound with the accompaniment just playing A. So it's like, your day breaks, your mind aches, you find that all words of kindness linger on when she no longer needs you. Wow, see, that's like a major 7 with the vocal melody note. Na, 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 and then it's like A9. Na, 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 na. But he just plays straight chords. Na, 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 na. Which is a great example of the art of pop songcraft. You know, let the melody hit those sharp 11s and those 9s, right? And just sometimes it's better to play just straight triads. And the brilliant young songwriter seems to have maybe bested himself creatively about a year later in the chorus to Hello, Goodbye, which is in the key of C, where at 24 seconds in the track, the progression goes, hello, hello, I don't know why you say goodbye, I say hello. And then the second time it's a little different, it goes, hello, hello, I don't know why you say goodbye, I say hello. That song, that and For No One, those 2 songs, it's a very similar move, you know, he kind of borrowed from himself. But 2 of my favorite moves of McCartney's, you know, it just gives me goosebumps every time I hear it. So we're in the key of C, the changes are C, it's a 1 chord, and then we have a dissonance there, right? We have the 7th in the bass. You know, the more typical or tamer thing to do would be to go G over B, right? Or like that. Or you can go, which is a whole different thing. We looked at that previously, secondary dominance. But it creates that momentary dissonance that wants to resolve, and it does. You get hello, hello. Okay, A minor 7, you can think of that as C, as you can see. Still holding that C chord, which makes it C over A, or A minor 7, and then C over G. So we have this bass line walking down the major scale. Okay, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, flat 6, 1. Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. So instead of just going, why I say goodbye, I say hello. You could have just done F to F minor, right? 4 major to 4 minor. But isn't it sound so much nicer? Go, I say goodbye. It's F minor over A flat. You could do it like that. Or like this. And then the second time around, hello, hello. Don't know why you say goodbye. Say hello. So that F minor over B flat is like B flat 9, no 3. If you had the third to be, but just it's a little cleaner without that note. You just have. What's really cool is the guitar on there. I'm not sure who played it. It might have been McCartney himself or John Lennon or George Harrison. That's a really cool counterpoint, right? If you just had the bass line and that melody together, you go. Listen to that voice leading. Contrary motion, man. Sheer genius.